Welcome back, lads. I didn't quite make it for the timer, but I am here now. Welcome to Work Watching, where you watch me work on various animation and video editing projects. My name is Sonja, I'm a motion designer, and today we're going to continue the stream graphics. Oh, sorry, there's some sound coming from somewhere. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. For some reason, my stream was playing back on my phone. I don't know if you could hear that. I think my sound is a little high. Let me check my gain. Did I touch that again? No. Maybe I'll just turn it down here a little bit. Hi! Welcome, Connor! We are back and we will be animating the stream graphics today. And there is a particular thing I'd like to do. So I don't know if you were watching the beginning just now, the countdown. I added a little countdown of 15 minutes before the start of the stream, which is not, how shall I say, time dependent, but it's literally a 15-minute video that counts down for 15 minutes. So if I miss the countdown by a few seconds, just restarts, which is what just happened. So I didn't quite make it. I was still making a tea for myself. But what was on the left-hand side, the little social media hashtags? No, tags, I guess, links. On the right-hand side, the little icons are next to the countdown, but on the left-hand side, they are same as on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side of the text, but I would like the icons to be also right next to the countdown, so that both sides have the icons right next to the countdown, and the text sort of goes away from the icons. I would like to make that, and that sounds easy enough, but turns out I couldn't figure out the code. So let's jump in. I'll show you the code, and hopefully some of you, maybe Tom will be joining us today. We'll see if he was available. I have already prepared a right side, but I undid the R on that. So let's jump in here. Let's have a look. So right now, everything is absolutely broken, first of all. The icon is still animating that way, but it should be animating the other way. And this, I don't know what happened here. So let's, I'll just move this object back to the anchor point where it's supposed to be. So ideally, let me just snap that here. Oops, nope, wrong anchor point, this one. Ideally, the anchor point is here because on the left-hand side, the anchor point on the text is on the left-hand side. Sorry, the anchor point for the right should be on the right-hand side. The anchor point for the left should be on the left-hand side. Because what happens here is the icon pops up and it rolls over the text to reveal the text. And it's actually done dynamically. So the position of the icon reads the length of the text and starts at the furthest most point depending on the length of the text. So we're using source rect at time for this one. But it's not quite as easy as just reading the text because it does have animation on it. And I have used keyframes, and in order for the icon to read the keyframes, we've got this going on. Let's see if I can get a little bit more real estate here to get the full... and let's switch to this zoom view. So what we have here is we're reading the text layer. We have some padding and we have some offset. I think I'm not sure what the offset is for. It is being used in the last line. I forget what the difference between offset and padding is, but anyway, I think the offset is for the Y, because if I was reading the height of the layer exactly, it like wouldn't be exactly in the center. The icon wouldn't sit exactly in the center, so I have a bit of an offset to read that properly. So we have a animation start and an animation end, because these, without the expression, this icon actually animates from 100 down to 0. Well, the original... Ah, yes, so it animates from 100 down to 0, because it's going from the right to the left. And the code helps it to read the length of the text. So the 0 and the 100 become percentages. And so the start position is 0, the end position is 100. Then we do some fancy calculation with the keyframes, which I can't explain to you in detail. I did copy this part of the code from the internet, or maybe a friend delivered it to me. I don't know. I can't exactly explain it to you, but essentially it means please read this start and end position and make it so that it animates, something like that. Then we've got the actual rectangle position. The rectangle, I think, is just the icon. Or, yeah, the icon, I think. So... And actually, this is not the text control. This is the icon control. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Then we have the rectangle animation, which is calculated here, times the text width. Again, I'm not sure why it's times. Sorry about that. Cannot in detail explain why we have to multiply this. Maybe because we're working with this 0 to 100 and the text is obviously much larger. Plus we want the text position, so we want it to start where the text ends, I guess? I'm not sure. Sorry, this is why I'm having a hard time changing this code to be switched, because I cannot remember how this code works. Okay, so basically, what I want to do for the right-hand side, we have the same code, we have everything is the same, apart from now I've switched the anchor point to the right-hand side of the text, which means this calculation is like all wrong because it doesn't understand that anymore. I think I also need to change the animation. Wait, so right now it's going from 0 to 100, which is wrong, I think. It needs to go from 100 to 0. So let's reverse keyframes, and all you need to do is right-click on the selection of keyframes, go to Keyframe Assistant, and time reverse keyframes. I know you can't see that right now. I'll try and make it so you can see it. Right-click, Keyframe Assistant. It's at the bottom of the page. Sorry, it's like the last item on Keyframe Assistant. Time reverse. Okay, so yeah, excellent. It's going in the wrong direction. I wanted to start here and end here, right? So reversing the keyframes was not correct. Yeah, revisiting a project after a few months, it's like, oh, what is going on? I don't remember my thought process. So actually the animation is correct. It is going from the left-hand side and is ending on the right-hand side. That is correct. So what's the difference between those two? So we've got the 0, 0, we've got the minus padding. I think that's... Okay, we have plus padding here. I'll just reset the code. I'll reset the code, because I did play around with this already and like try to fix it. Didn't work. So let's reset the code. But for some reason, it is still animating from left to right. I wonder why. So what if... What if? I mean, I could start from complete scratch, but... Okay, so right now, yeah, it's animating the other way. Okay, good. That's where we started off with. What if I now reverse these keyframes? Does that do anything? No. I mean, it does. It reverses which way the keyframes are going, but it's not necessarily helping us. So what if I reverse this from 100 to 0? Is that going to help us? I mean, it does exactly the same thing as reversing the keyframes, which is kind of what I thought was going to happen. It doesn't, however, change how it's calculating the text. And this is the part that I'm having trouble with. Because it needs to read the text, but start here and end here. Instead, it's still starting at the edge. You see? So I haven't reversed the keyframes on this one, I don't think. So right now, we want to go from 0 to 100. That is correct. But we wanted to start here and end here. Instead, it's starting there and going there. I don't think it's reading the text at all, or at least not correctly. So I'm not sure. Okay, should this be a plus? It's time minus text dot in point. Maybe it should be plus, but I think I tried that. It didn't work. Yeah, that didn't change anything. Text dot source rect at time plus text dot in point. Shouldn't this be plus? I mean, we are going in the plus x direction. We're no longer going into minus x direction. I think the issue is that I don't understand this animation part. I think this is the crux of the whole thing. Could I move the layer to the start at the left, or does it just interfere with the code? I think the layer, which layer? The text layer? No, I can't, because yeah, it reads the text, so it will just start exactly at the same time, at the same place, and it's not understanding. So okay, let me illustrate again. It depends on the anchor point. If I put the anchor point here, it understands that the anchor point is in a different place. So it's kind of reading it, but also not exactly, because see, it's like it's not in the right place. Also, if I have to have the anchor point on the right hand side, because if I don't, and I start typing here, everything breaks. You can see the icon got pushed way out, and something's wrong with the text now. So maybe I have to, do I have to fix the anchor point? I tried doing that as well. I have a preset for fixing the anchor point to one side, which is anchor point center right. Okay, I see the issue. So it's exactly the space between when I move the anchor point to the right, it's exactly the space of the text that is now missing between the icon and the text. So how is this being calculated? I'm so confused. So the way the text works here, right? It goes like this, and I can add text to this, and the anchor point will adjust for the length of the text, right? You saw that. I'll do that zoomed in. Oh no, I don't have a zoom for that, but I can make this larger. Give me a second. So, it animates from the start of the text like this. When I make the text longer, a little out. It still animates from the start of the text. Obviously, you don't see the where it starts outside of it, but you can see here it's like starting from outside of the frame, right? Because the text is longer. And I need the same thing to happen on the right-hand side, but in order for the text to write to the left, I need the anchor point to be on the left. At least that's my thinking. What if I have the anchor point in the center here? Is it still... Yeah, so the position is calculated by the length, by where the anchor point is, and therefore the length of the text. So it's got to do with... It's got to do with the text width somehow. But I can't exactly put my finger on it. Is this... okay. Maybe I don't need the text position? No, that's Y. I do need Y. Wait, why am I adding... Oh, this is text position X. Okay. Okay, no, I think I do need text position. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna grab this and I'm just going to move this over here. And I'm going to apply this code fresh. Maybe that's going to make a difference. Sometimes that makes a difference when you already have keyframes, but not this time. Ah, Tom, help! Can't figure it out. Okay, I'm going to quickly send a tweet out to see if anybody with understanding of JavaScript can help me out with this. Okay, just tweeting this out. If we can't figure it out, we might need to just jump. Dropped frames. I hope you can still see me and hear me okay. Do let me know if there's some lag. Alright, so now it's just not reading the text at all. It feels like, wait, but I moved the text and the icon didn't move. Or maybe it did. I don't know. God. Okay. This is minus padding, so it definitely needs to be plus padding, right? We've got some padding here. We've got some offset, but that's on Y times text width. What if it needs to be divided by text width? At this point, I'm just changing random, absolutely random things. Oh no, it's all wrong. Oh my god. I'm poking in the dark. I'm poking in the dark. I have no idea what's going on. God. Okay. We are calculating from 0 to 100. We are taking the value into account, the X value into account, because we want the keyframes to be red. And that value is minus the start position, which is fine because we're calculating with 0, and divided by animation end minus start position, which is 100. That would be 0 divided by 100. I don't understand this part. Oh no. Then we have the rectangle animation divided by width. We definitely need the text width. It's times the text width, not divided by the text width. Oh, sorry, I've been clicking and not showing you what's going on. Sorry about that. What have I changed? Yes, sorry, I didn't switch the screen area. So I've changed the minus here so far from the original. So this used to be minus. I don't think I've changed anything else. Time minus text dot in point. What if it's not in point? What if it's out point? It's literally changing random things. I think that's just a set. It doesn't change anything. True dot width plus 2 times padding. Oh. Yeah, this is the pain with when you really don't understand something and want to make changes. Okay, so until somebody shows up who can maybe potentially help me understand this code, I think my camera is slightly in the wrong position, but I hope you can still see me in my little preview screen. You know what? Let's move on to something else because I can't figure it out. Let's go to the break screen because I would like to change that one up as well. So we are here right now. Why is this so long? Is this supposed to be like this? I thought it starts at position 1. That's weird. Wait a second. We've got the stream intro where this starts at 0. Yeah, I think I just need to bring it in again. And this, yeah, doesn't have a 1 hour leeway as I usually do it. This just starts at 1, which is fine. And then I'll just bring the card in again because I made some changes. Apparently I didn't. Update the screen. Okay, so right now it's set to the start screen without the color changes. I want the break screen, which looks like this, but I think I want to change the colors. I don't like this color palette. I think I want to change that. So let's change the background. What if we go for like a gray theme? Let's bring up my color palette, which is in my libraries. Apparently that's already open. There we go. These are my colors. Let's bring this down. This is my color palette, which at some point I'm gonna have to update as well. So that's another stream. Okay, let me bring up my audio just a little bit more because I seem to be speaking quite low again. Okay, so background color 1, which is the light one. What if we go with a gray theme? I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's see. And the stroke color should then be either this. I don't like it. I think I'm gonna go with white. And then the text color could maybe also be white. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, it's not nice, but it's better. let's see, what else have we got? The drop shadow for the text. Let's make that the dark gray. Oh, wait, is this already the dark gray? No, we have a, this is the dark gray. Okay, let's, oh, that's poppin'. Have I looked at the AE Script summer sales this week? I have not. There are some good products on sale. Yeah, they usually are. AE Scripts has some really good scripts, but honestly, I think I have all the scripts and plugins I currently need. I might want to get Flow at some point. That's a really useful tool, but that's not currently on offer, which is fine, you know. Don't need to get everything on offer, but yeah, I think I'm okay for scripts. I don't usually use too many of them. A lot of plugins and scripts are sort of gimmicky, like you can do lots of things on your own very quickly without like using a plugin. And I have, you know, minimal real estate in my After Effects. I don't have 2 screens, I only have 1 screen, so I need to work with what I have. So I will probably not get any more plugins unless there's something that I'm like, ooh, that's nice. So probably okay with that. So there's this drop shadow on the subscribe. I'm not seeing that drop shadow here, so I don't know if I need to count down shadow color. I wonder if yeah, this subscribe drop down shadow doesn't seem to be in my essential graphics. Keystone is the highlight of this week's sale. I haven't heard of Keystone. I'm not sure what that is exactly. So, don't know if that would be useful for me, but maybe. Can I have a look? Okay, let's see. So we've got the subscribe, and we've got the font color, ellipse shadow color. Okay, so it's linked to the ellipse icon drop shadow, which I don't know if that's ideal, but it's fine. Let's go with dark drop shadow here, but that didn't change the ellipse drop shadow for some reason. That is annoying. And social icon color, social ellipse, I think those are all fine. But I would like to change the text color, like on the actual socials. Ah, that already got changed. I think I want to add the drop shadow distance to my essential graphics, because right now with this drop shadow, it's not really working for me. And for some reason, the drop shadow color hasn't changed on the socials, so I don't know what's going on with that either. So that's changing, all right. Sometimes I need to close and reopen the project for some reason. I don't know why, but let's try that. Close project, close project. Oh, it's right there underneath my mouse. All right, let's open recent project. Keystone is a tool for keyframes. Duplicate, flip, align, stagger, stretch, copy, paste, shift. Yeah, I mean, that might be useful. Most of those tools are already part of Motion 3 that I use. And I sometimes also use, I have 2 other plugins that already do some of the things that you're mentioning. So there is Rift that I have that has very similar sort of things, but it's very heavy, this tool. I so very rarely use it that actually most of the time I end up using, what's it called? Dojo Shifter, because it's just a much lighter tool that does exactly the same thing, and it just staggers keyframe now in frames and in seconds, and they've updated. And this is Dojo Shifter is a free plugin, so most of the time for what I need, I just use this. Honestly, for me, it's not worth having a whole bunch of plugins, but you know, might be worth for you if you didn't already have Motion 3 or Dojo Shifter or Rift or something like that. So the ellipse drop shadow color didn't change, which means something is wrong here. Let's see what's going on and where these colors are. I need a little bit more real estate on my effects. And the ellipse drop shadow color. Ah. I don't even know what this is doing. I think it's not linked correctly. So let's have a look at my socials. So we've got the ellipse color. We don't have the ellipse drop shadow color in here. Actually, I just opened just the expressions, which might not show me the drop shadow. Ah, it's not linked. Okay, let's link it. I'm gonna press Alt and click, and then I'm gonna hold Alt and drag it onto my control panel color control. And then I'm gonna right click and choose copy expression only. I know that's out of frame, but that's that's the name of it. And then I'm going to apply it to the other shadow colors so they actually get affected, but somehow I can still not see them be affected. So that's weird. We might have to check what's wrong there. This is the issue with working with essential graphics and expressions and linking controls to various other controls. It gets a bit overwhelming. You really have to sort of keep track. Oh no, that's the text shadow color. Oh, that's weird. That's the text shadow color that just changed. Not the ellipse shadow color. That is odd. So now I need to check my setup here. So this should have a drop shadow. Aha. So let's open that expressions window. I need a new one for that. And I can just go, where do I have to go? Here, new effects control. And that way I can keep this one in the main comp locked, but open a second one here. Let's have a look. This has a slider control. What for? Oh, right, that's the timer, yeah. Countdown timer. Let's change that, but actually we are in the wrong control. We are in this one, and in this one, the shadow color is this. Yes, and that is affected correctly. And the next comp above that is this one. And this is the... I need an ellipse shadow color and a text shadow color. Actually, maybe this should be the ellipse shadow color. This should be the text shadow color. Okay, so now if I change this, that's the text shadow color. Okay, so for some reason I haven't actually affected the ellipse shadow color. So let's do that. The ellipse is here, and I need to link it to this. I know I'm double and triple linking everything. The reason for that is that I want everything to be controllable within the main comp rather than What? Why is this suddenly called something else? Oh, right. Rather than effects being dragged from pre-comps all the way to the main parent comp. So I prefer to link essential graphics to sliders within pre-comps until I get to the main comp, where again I grab the essential graphics and then I link them over. So now these socials have these, and I need to add them to this. This is the text shadow color, and this is the ellipse shadow color. Right? Yes. And this is the text shadow color. Yes. Okay, excellent. So now we can go back to this comp and we can relink this correctly. We can go back here. We've got the... I think the text shadow color can just be the regular, like all text will have the same, you know, drop shadow color. Text color, text shadow color. I will link it to that one. So now this is that. And this ellipse shadow color will be this one. And now I can copy link expression, but this ellipse shadow color is terribile. Yeah, that's not ideal. But anyway, that's not the colors we're gonna stick with, so it's fine. I now copied the expression from the text shadow color essential graphic, and I'm going to add it to my other text shadow color pieces. And then I'm going to copy the ellipse shadow color expression. Sorry, I seem to have a bit of a scratch in my throat. All right, now we should be set up. Yay. Okay, let's see. There's not a lot of aqua, which is that turquoise color. Not a lot of aqua going on. Gonna have a little snack if you don't mind. Sorry about that. Excellent eating skills. So have I done a rig where a single text layer has different colors with using essential graphics for an outro template, for example? Not sure I understand your question correctly. Where a single text layer has different colors using a essential graphics for an outro template, for example. Oh, right. So like with the drop down, like this, but for color, like this. I have done that before, but it's really time consuming because you can't just use the color picker. You have to use the actual RGB values of the color. I can show you, it's a class actually. Let me go back to the break screen. I think I want this to be the break screen. I don't think I want this much text here though. Maybe I'll change header position. No, stream header. Break top. There we go. Let's put some other text here. Maybe something like Oh, one line of text has different colors and different words. No, I have not done that. Huh. That is really difficult. I've tried to do that with like bold text, like not text that is not bold and bold text in the same text frame, and so far I haven't even tried to do that with Essential Graphics. I've just created separate layers of text and then made the ones bold that I needed to be bold and the ones that I didn't want to be bold the regular font weight. So I would assume this would be a similar approach with the colors. So I haven't tried to do that. Because I didn't even think that could be a possibility. Okay, so what should I say for my break screen? Hang tight. Ooh, that's... This is why I try not to use too few words, because then, I'll be right back. Oh, there's a little dash there. Or maybe taking a break. I'll be right back. Taking a break. Was that what I said before? Taking a break. I'll be right back. That's a lot of words. Maybe I should go with hang tight. And then let's reposition this. This is the break screen Y offset. I'll just bring that down a little bit. And I think that's good. I think this can be the break screen, and it animates in. And I think what I did before is I made this like, what is this number 4 here? I made this like 20 no, not 20 seconds. 20 seconds? No. Like, let's say 10 seconds long. And then it sort of animates in. Yay! And then it animates, and then eventually it like loops and plays again. So I guess it would be nice if I had like an out animation so it loops seamlessly, but maybe we'll do that another time. I think this is good. I really wanted to see if we can fix that code, but it looks like people with JavaScript experience are not available today. That's okay. That's okay. We'll try and figure it out next time. Okay, friends, I think we're gonna hold it here, and I'll take a little break, and then we'll be back with Animation Collab and actually animate that scene that we set up in Illustrator last time. So let's do that. You have another question, Connor? The font bold weight version I mentioned is on my Patreon. Is it? For those of you who don't know, I do have a Patreon. You can find it under patreon.com/SonjaMGFX. Let me turn off this. No, sorry. Ah, no, I want to turn it off. Oh my god. Chaos, total chaos. So, this is my Patreon, patreon.com/SonjaMGFX, and there are lots of cool things there, such as, let's see if I am able to navigate to the posts. Yeah, so there is there are some just general sort of step-by-step written out blogs, posts, style instructions, which are these ones. But then there are also Motion and Tea. You can watch some episodes of my live stream podcast there. And we also have some expressions files and some... Wow, Patreon is being a little weird. Expressions and After Effects files that you can download and play with and understand the code. There is the all-in-one auto-resize text to shape and shape to text one. Is that the one you mean, Connor? Other than that, there's also the auto-resize text box animation template. I don't remember if that's a different one. So are these two different things? I'm not logged into Patreon currently, which is why it doesn't show all of the things. Let me just log in and then I can show you what those things are. I'm gonna have to enter my verification code. All right, let me navigate to the posts and then I'll show you again. And then you can see changing regular weight to bold weight on one line of text through essential graphics. I don't know if I've done that, if that's one of the Patreon perks or benefits, I think is what they're called. I don't know if that's in one of the After Effects files that I shared. The way I've done it in the past is that I just have two separate lines of text and I change it in the actual comp. You can, I guess, if you're exporting it as a MoGUD, you can change it in Premiere Pro. When you bring it into Premiere Pro, you can change the font weight. But in Essential Graphics, in After Effects, you don't have all of the options of the text. So the source text, let me go in here. Let me show you what I mean. So when you have text in your Essential Graphics, let's see, where's my, like, the stream header, for example. You have these options here. You have the faux style, you can add the style of the text. So you have those options in there, but they only become available when you export this as a MoGUD and bring it into Premiere Pro. So you can change it in Premiere Pro, but in After Effects, I don't have access to these styles. I'll just zoom in for a second. Maybe you'll be able to see. No, not exactly. Let's see here. So you have these styles here, but they don't become accessible until you make a MoGUD out of this, which is a bit of a downside. And so the two Patreon things that I was talking about was I have to scroll quite a while back. Lots of, so there is all-in-one text to size. So there is this one, this essential graphic that I created that you can get access to if you become a patron of the classroom, where this background shape changes to the size of the text, but also the text width adapts to the shape size. So no matter how much text there is, it adapts. So it's basically this, what you saw me do here. Depending on how much text I put in here, the text takes up the same space, but becomes smaller to adjust for the length of the text. So that's what this does. And then there's the other one that oh, that was just Yeah, that was a live stream, but there is a expression attached to this one, which is the no keyframe animation expression script. And this one also has the auto resize text animation, no keyframes After Effects file attached to it. So there's lots of benefits if you want to become a patron. But essentially, no, I have not found a way to access a font weight in After Effects through Essential Graphics. It might be possible. You might be able to access it by using the text font, sorry, what is it called? Font styles? I think that's what it's called. The font styles expression. Maybe you'd be able to access it that way. I'm actually quite sure you could, but I haven't tried that. So that is not something I have done before. So I am also now wondering, should I keep this turquoise or should I go with white instead? But anyway, I think we will leave it here for work watching. And we will take a little break. It cannot be white because the background is white. I guess I could change the avatar background color to a different color and then... Oh, actually, I like that. I think I like that better. Yeah, so let's leave this here for now. Let's take a little break and I'll be back with Animation Collab and then we'll do some animation. I'll see you in a bit. Bye!